Tech and clips.
After I'm gone.
Yeah. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So music travel love dropped this one a day ago. Can't fight this feeling, music travel love featuring Francis Gregg. So looking at the description here. Oh, okay, exactly what I thought. So REO Speedwagon, they actually perform, this song originally, and happens to be one of my favorite songs is from them. Yeah, super excited, super stoked to find out how music travel love and Francis Gregg, they are going to put their own spin on this timeless classic. Be sure to stick with me, and I'll definitely get my take, definitely get my perspective, as I always do. Let's take a listen, guys.
1, 2,
Okay,
3.
let's go.
I can't fight this feeling any longer, and yet I'm still afraid to let it flow. What started out as friendship has grown stronger. I only wish I had the strength to let it show.
Wow, she's got a very beautiful voice.
I tell myself that I can't hold out forever. I said there is no reason for my fear, 'cause I feel so secure when we're together. You give my life direction and make everything so clear. And even as I wonder, I'm keeping you in sight. You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. And I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for.
Wow, those good shots.
It's time to bring this ship into the shore. Throw away the oars forever. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. And if I had to crawl upon the floor, come crashing through your door, baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. My life has been such a whirlwind since I saw you. I've been running around in circles in my mind, and it always seems that I'm following you, girl, 'cause you take me to the places that alone I'd never find. And even as I wander, I'm keeping you in sight. You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. I'm getting closer than I ever thought I might. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. It's time to bring this ship into the shore and throw away the oars forever. 'Cause I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. And if I had to crawl upon the floor, come crashing through your door, baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore.
All right, guys. Yes. So that was music travel love featuring Francis Gregg performing "Can't Fight This Feeling" originally by REO Speedwagon. Like I said from the beginning, this happens to be one of my favorite songs from them. And you guys, just realized that I was having a hell of a good time, just listening to them. I mean, I was always, we start with the vocals. I mean, I feel like they really, really went in. They completely set the tone, and I feel like instead of the siren, power ballad energy, Kevin Cronin, from REO Speedwagon, brought, to the original, Francis Gregg, and the music travel love duo, kept it soft, kept it heartfelt and intimate. The delivery definitely felt conversational, like, they are not just, singing the lyrics, but, confessing them. There is also there's sincerity in your tone, a kind of quiet vulnerability that makes the song feel personal again, even though we have all heard it 1,000 times before. Now the instrumentation, I love the fact that this wasn't stripped down, stripped down, acoustic, and I mean beautifully organic. You get those warm guitar layers, that music travel and love are known for, perfectly balanced, with gentle percussion and subtle harmonies. To me, it's the kind of arrangement that invites you to slow down and really, really feel the lyrics, instead of getting lost in the 80s in the power production. The simplicity to me is what makes it powerful here. No flashy solos or heavy drums, just pure emotion and space to breathe. Yes, I mean, as for what the song is all about, I'm pretty sure you guys already know that. But I mean, it hasn't changed. It's still about that timeless, inner struggle between fear and love. It's about finally admitting to yourself, that you can't, keep hiding your feelings, even when vulnerability feels scary. What I love about this version is how the stripped down style, actually emphasizes that vulnerability. It's no longer a power ballad declaration. It's more like a quiet realization. Softer but just as impactful. Overall, I feel like this cover doesn't try to outdo the original. That is for damn sure. I love the fact that it's reinterprets it. It's tender. Where the original was grand. Reflective. Where it was explosive, and I feel like that is what makes it special. If you grew up on REO Speedwagon, I feel like this version might surprise you with how emotional it still manages to be. Prove that great music transcend time and arrangement. Guys, my final thoughts for the vocals. I already said it. Intimate and emotionally charged. The instrumentation is clean, acoustic, perfectly balanced. The message, still hits home. Love, honesty, and the courage, to open up. I mean, this is one of those covers that doesn't just make remake a classic. It reminds you why you loved it in the first place. Guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your perspective. Let me know what you think about this one down in the comment section. Let me know if you want me to continue doing more reactions to REO Speedwagon or music travel and love. I'll definitely be delighted to sit here and listen to all these songs with you guys. If you stuck with me to edit the video, you're loved. You're very much appreciated on here. My name is Philip, and until the next music reaction, take care, stay safe, peace out.